Watch post-fight interviews and unaired prelims only on UFC.com.
Alright, so this is what happened. I was hanging out at my bat cave right? And okay, so check this out. One of my co-managers, his name is Glenn, and he has a family that lives here in the New Jersey area. So before my fights, I like to find a really beautiful site, whether it's the top of a mountain, next to a stream, anything gorgeous, nature-wise. I like to, associate nature with different levels of energy and all this. But anyways, it's a different topic. So we find a place in Paterson, New Jersey, where there's a bridge, and there's this very powerful waterfall, and there's almost like a little mountain. And it was beautiful, but around this waterfall and everything, it was a really ghetto area. And as the guy pulls us up in his car, he's like, I'm in the passenger seat, Greg Jackson and Winkle John's in the back seat. He's like, listen guys, before I drop you off here, I want to let you know this is a pretty bad neighborhood, so you might want to be careful. And I'm like, dude, we're at, we're all MMA guys. And he's like, well, I'm just letting you know, a lot of people get mugged here. Just as he said that, I turned to pull off my seatbelt, and the guy, I see an old Spanish couple, like, screaming, and they're, like, running. They look like they're out of breath big time. And I'm like, dude, they just got mugged. And he's like, no. And I'm like, maybe not, I'm tripping. You just put that in my mind. So Mike Winklejohn hops out of the car, and he's like, you guys okay? And then she's like, the guy he just broke my window open, he took all my stuff, and he's running. And so I'm like, what? So Mike Winklejohn, without hesitation, he just starts running, right? And I'm like, holy crap. And then Greg Jackson, he just starts running. And they both start running. So I'm like, what is happening right now? So next thing you know, I have like sweatpants on, I have an iPod and my Droid my wallet. I'm like, what is, where am I? What's going on? So I'm like, okay, it's time for me to take action. So I take my hands in my pockets, I throw my stuff on the floor, and I tell our driver, I'm like, dude, take care of my stuff. I throw it on the floor, and I just start running, right? And I got these gazelle legs, so I'm running, right? And I'm running, and next thing you know, I catch up to my coaches, and I'm jogging, and there's a sprint, right? I'm like, so what are we doing? We're gonna catch this guy? And he's like, John, you get back. He's like trying to swim move me, like get over. He's like, get back. You don't need to be involved with this, right? And I'm like, nah, Coach God, trust me, man. I'll be okay. So then I put the jets on. I went TO on him. So I put the jets on, and I catch up to the guy. I'm like, how you doing? No, I'm joking. So anyway, so the guy, I'm like closing in on this guy about 20 yards away. And the guy's like, you can see that he's starting to get winded. So it's like, he got this stuff and he's running. And he looks back and he usually sees me, 6'4". You got Greg and Wink behind us. Yeah, Greg and Wink's behind me and I'm just running like, I'm gonna catch you, right? So the guy looks back and then he trips over his own foot. And so at the time he tripped over his own foot, I got so scared because I didn't know what I was gonna do when I actually caught him. So I actually started barking like, I'm gonna get you, So the guy's like, he looks back and like, oh crap, and he's trying to stand up. And when he was standing up, I approached him when he's like in a, in your march, who said go type of stance. I was like trying to get his momentum back. And one of his behind feet, I just came up with my foot and like scooped it out from under him with my foot, like just kicked him from the back, like kind of kicked his ankle out. And he fell down, and when he fell, he scraped his hands up pretty good. And so he's down on the floor, and I'm thinking like, I hope I don't get stabbed right now. So I'm just like looking at him like, should I ground and pound him? And Greg Jackson just comes out of nowhere and jumps on the guy's back, and he starts speaking Spanish, like, and I'm like, you know Spanish? All right, so I'm like, let me do so, right? So I grabbed the guy's feet, and then I put him in this move, because I went to college for criminal justice, and I had a class defensive tactics. So I grabbed him, and I figure four his legs, and I sat on his legs, and he's screaming at us, and Greg's like, speaking Spanish. So as I'm sitting on this guy's leg, catching my breath a little bit, because we're sprinting uphill, I realized that I'm in this Spanish neighborhood, and all these people are coming out of their houses yelling Spanish across the street. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. What is happening? Greg's yelling Spanish to people, and then a guy walked up to us, and he's like, yo man, that could have been my mama's car. And once he said that, I was like, yes, they're on our side. I'm like, yeah, you punk, that could have been his mama's car. And so we hold them, and the police come, and at that point, I'm just sitting, I'm resting. I'm like, you know, because I got a fight coming up, so I'm just holding this foot here. Like, man, you got me breathing hard and stuff. And so the police comes, get out of this car, and he's like, what are you doing here? Like, aren't you fighting tonight? And I'm like, yeah, man, I was trying to get my meditation on. And this guy, you know, but anyways, it was great, you know. The police didn't give us a ride back to the crime scene, so we had to walk all the way back through this neighborhood. And I'm looking around and stuff. I don't speak a lick of Spanish. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting. And the lady, she came, she's like, oh, it's so good to see people like you guys here to help me. You guys cared enough to chase that guy. And the police had told her that I was fighting and everything. She was like, you know, God's gonna be with you tonight, man. You're gonna do good. God bless you, son. I'm gonna watch you fight. And I was like, thank you, ma'am. Then we went and we all felt like superheroes. We just had the best meditation session ever. And I just felt really good after that. I was like, I gotta win this fight. I got the hard work, dedication, and now I got karma on my side. So it was crazy. It was good.